Alright, hello y'all. I finally got the little table that I said I was going to order off Temu. It was nothing but like $20. It is a little smaller than I expected. So I just got through putting it together. And so I'm trying to put this arm stand on. Um, where that y'all could get a good angle of the cards. It's not going to stay like this, but I just decided to go ahead and come on and knock your reading out. So y'all have to excuse me while I'm trying to adjust this real quick. And then I'll come back, and do this tomorrow or later tonight and get it set up just right. Because I am going to push this up against the wall and put a stool. But so anyway, today is May the 7th, 2025. I hope everybody is well. Um and today's title is Jupiter is going into Gemini. This is going to be Vedic sidereal, not tropical, Western, or astronomy. Okay. So and this is going to happen in the next couple of days. So it's going to be May 15th. So I am doing it a little early. I really wanted to wait and to do it. Today is the 7th, so it's like a week. So I still had a little time to be able to get it out, but why not go ahead and just knock it out now? Like I said, I've been busy. You could tell that the sun is about to shift into Taurus. Because I've been cleaning, I've been putting stuff together, I am decluttering, like grounding my house, rearranging, not, well, yeah, a little bit rearranging, trying to make room for growth. Okay. So, you know how you have a lot of paperwork, because some of you may be doing this also, or get into the frame mind of doing it. Well, you just have a lot of paperwork. I wish I had a scanner or can download some type of app where I can just scan papers into a file and keep them and be able to throw the physical papers away. Because y'all, I got leases from when I moved into apartments from the 90s and in the early 2000s. In case they ever tried to come back and put anything on my credit, or say I didn't clean the apartment or how I left something. So I believe it is an app or something. It is like a mobile scanner that you could buy like at an electronic store, where you just run the paper through the scanner. Um, I think it's like $100. And then you can load it onto a SD card or to a file, to a hard drive. Eventually I may get something like that, but for right now, I need to find more storage for this paperwork, because the paperwork that I'm keeping bulky pieces of furniture to hold all that paperwork. You understand? And I'm tired of looking at it. I'm tired of looking at it. So I am like that. When I get tired of looking at something, it gotta go. I put up with it for a minute, but after that, So I'm looking for your Gemini card. I apologize that I'm not ready. If you're upset, if you're irritated, you can leave. There go Gemini right there. And what we need, Jupiter or something pertaining to Jupiter. I think I just seen Sag, I see. But also, as I look at these different cards, they'll tell me whether I need to pick another one or not. You know what? I don't even know what Venus is. I need to find out what house Venus is in. Because that also is making a difference right now. Vedic Sidereal, like I said, the sun, speaking of the sun, is still in Aries until still 7 more days. 9 more days. Okay, till the 15th. The same time that Jupiter will be transitioning from Taurus to Gemini. Okay. Let's do this one. Jupiter returns benefits. I think that is the only one in this deck that does have Jupiter name on it. And I may also need to change my phone holder to another kind. Alright, let's see if they want to give us another one. Runes, perception. And then we had, then we got psychochemistry, sensitivity. Okay. So I know I'm going to have to put y'all cards. The camera is going to have to stand up much higher so y'all will be able to get a bird's eye view. Because this is not going to work. But like I said, this is limited. Yes. Alrighty. Oh, it's not bad. And y'all, I had got these from Dollar Tree. And I've been had them for like 2 months. But I was waiting to use them once I got the little table together. Alright. So we got the Gemini, I think, energy. Okay. What is it that you think? What is your perception? You know, we talk about perception and perspective all the time. Your perception of something right now. Now, remember that Gemini is a third house of communication. It's a house of our thoughts, our willpower, and gathering up that courage to finally make a decision and to take action. And having the energy of Jupiter to move into that house will gain your change in the perception of something or somebody. Now, this doesn't have to be necessarily about a relationship. This can be, you know what, hey, my perception of me staying at this job, I don't want to do it. You know, you could be getting more aha moments, you know, or coming to more different conclusions about what you have already been going through and seeing, and that you're ready for change and growth. Okay. Now, the benefits of Jupiter in each person's house is going to be very different, of course. Let's go ahead and get some more cards here. Let me check one of these. So the little $20 table, not too bad. I mean, it's just really what I needed. Because I don't want to take up too much space in my room. It's enough to get y'all cards out. Let's see what else. Aquarius energy. And bottom of the deck is South Node. Now, South Node is K2. And like I said, K2 is also moving at the end of May. So we got a lot of huge transformations going on with this energy of Jupiter, K2, Rahu. Saturn right now, energy is in Pisces. It's about to be there the next 2.5 years. So that's going to be a huge change for a lot of people, putting people more in a disciplined mindset, structure, day to day type of activities, buckling down, understanding and accepting and doing more different type of responsibilities, um, governing their time, paying attention more to their time, but really coming more into, discipline. But there will not be still some type of anxiety, trouble, remembering, reconsider, and now is not the time to. Okay? Now, when I talk about Saturn, and we're not about Saturn today, we're talking about Jupiter, but Aquarius did come out. So, when we were talking about Saturn energy, Saturn does not deny, it just delays. Because Saturn wants you to make sure that you are responsible. This is something that you want. This is something that you're actually wanting to be committed to. And Saturn is going to make you put the work in. Saturn is really going to make you put the work in about building a career, completing school, starting an entrepreneurial business, putting a product out, putting the best product out, being on time, really showing that effort and responsibility. And it is going to be a lot of hard work. And right now, because of Saturn being in the 12th house of endings, a lot of people are really saying to their self, or will be saying to their self perception, okay, do I really want to do this anymore? Especially when you're talking about commitments, marriages, living together. Um, do I want to keep this car note? I don't know where this came from. Do I want to keep this car note up for 5, 6 years, paying this price on top of the insurance rate? You know, because Jupiter energy is like, hey, go get it. You deserve it. Enjoy it. Jupiter is that good luck, that quick fortune, but it don't last. You see what I'm saying? Unless you do have that type of Saturn energy backing it to be responsible for it. Same thing with somebody you're dating. It may seem good and it may seem lucky and go lucky and having fun and this and that, but can it really have that backing of growth? Because Saturn in the back of your mind is going to make you think, is this going to last? Will they be a responsible partner? Will they make a great wife or husband? Baby mama or baby daddy? If I end up procreating with this person. You get what I'm saying? So it's all about shuffling the rooms and throwing them out also to see rooms are part of your fate. Um, but you do have cause of understanding your fate due to perception. Okay? So there is still some type of anxiety and or trouble here. Could be communication. It could be also your perception. Because I feel that you're still in a discovery. Okay? Discovering this person. Wanting to learn what they're about, who they are, what can they accomplish. Um, are you kind of doing an experiment in this situation right now? And even with your own self, are you doing your own self an experiment? Can I stay at this job? How much longer can I stay here? You know, doing an experiment with yourself to see how much longer you can put up with something, um, or somebody. But I do see that there are more discoveries that you will be having coming towards you with Jupiter, especially returning back to some of you that are Geminis. And then also, um, that also is going to be aspecting Sag, because that is seventh house of relationships for Gemini. Okay. What else do I see? Your vision. What's new and different about you, about a situation. Okay. That is also, I feel, connected to your perception right now. Um, your perception of something or somebody is like, wow, this person is different than what I'm used to, or very different than who I would usually choose or date. For some of you to be intimate with, um, to commit to a marriage, okay, with Jupiter energy. Somebody's perception of you is also that you're very unconventional. You could be not very much phased by things. You act different. Your wisdom is different. You do have this sense of growth about you, or this level of benefits about you. Um, you're very different. You probably also could look different. You know, people say I look different all the time because um, I change my hair. I change my hair and hair color every week, every 2 weeks. I have a different style on. So every week, I appear and look different. That is the Aquarius energy in me. Um, it's no different to me in the change of perception, but I guess people looking at me, their perception of me changed by darn. She's very unconventional. She doesn't do what everybody else do. She may and I'm just using myself an example, so you could put your own self in this scenario. Don't necessarily have to be about hairstyles, but however you operate in life, what you do, you know. Um, People can just tell, their perception is that you're very different. The way that you come across, your vision, you could also be a visionary, where that you have foresight, as you're also connected to you as perception and perspective. But yeah, let's see. Because some of you is kind of like with K2 here. Is this going to be trouble? I feel that some of you are going or having this sense of anxiety because something is new. Something is new or is about to become new around you in your life. Something that you would have to interact with. Um, you could see it as a vision or needing to be part of it because of your vision to do it, you know, to execute it, far as maybe getting a project or a product out to the world. Okay, because we're also talking about 11th house of Aquarius, which is networking. All right, but what is it that you think? Let's go ahead and let's find out. And if I decide to come back and do another Jupiter goes into Gemini, I will. Because I feel like this is kind of impromptu. Kind of like last minute. But I feel it's okay. Because I give y'all messages, thorough messages, every day, every other day anyway. So it'll be alright. See there, 8 of Wands. Accelerated motion. You see the vision, the visionary, the star, the Aquarius energy here. Eight of Wands, something moving very fast. Also could be talking a lot about communication. Third house of Gemini. Okay. And when Jupiter moves there, can it be expanded? Can this have growth? Will a type of conversation be had about um, getting together, moving together very quickly, very fast, partnering up very quickly here? But something, or you, something here, somebody is about to move very fast. Okay? Incoming, incoming messages about what they're ready to do. But let's not forget the sensitivity over here. Okay? Somebody may think that you're very sensitive. You may think that somebody is very sensitive. That could also be a perception. Your perception of them. Um, your perception of them for some people here could be that they move too fast. They do too much. We talked about that last night as the night energy, okay? And their perception of you is that you go by your visions. You understand your visions. You want to play your visions out. They also could see you as very intelligent, not only book smart, but also could be very esoterical. I don't know if I'm using that proper word right now. Um, but you know, like visions, prophet, uh, you get messages from your ancestors. You're very cultural, um, very linked to your heritage type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like you get messages because we're also looking at the rooms here, right? Rooms go back way back. And okay, so they saying that the rooms are the first tarot cards. You get what I'm saying? So we're talking about visions that you get from um, ancestral here. This is how you think. This is also how you operate. There are two sides to you. I know it is for me. Um, I'm Vesta, and then I am also myself. So I am very empathic. So I am very sensitive when it comes to smells. Not really sounds too much, but smells. I wasn't like that earlier on. Not before I really got deeper into my calling and doing this, that my sensitivity to smells got worser. To the point where I had to leave the room. I have to go. Like I can't and it can be like exhaust from cars. It can be, and this is also why I don't smoke anymore. So, the green leaf, I can't even smell that. I can't even smell that. It makes my heart race. It makes me feel sick and very much nauseated. But I did it for like over 10 years straight when I was younger. Every day, all day. Sometimes three, four, five times a day. For 10 years, I smoked green leaf. But now I've been 11 years clean of that because of my sensitivity. So the more of my visions that I get and had started to get even more in depth in doing this, my sensitivity to that as a recreational or meditation, some people use it for different things, as also medicine. My sensitivity, I can't take it. Okay, I can't smell it. I'll have to actually leave the room. It also is a deal breaker for me if I get into a relationship and they smoke that. They can't even smoke it in the house. I can't even be around them. If they do smoke it, they would have to leave, smoke it really air out, and then come home because I cannot even. My sensitivity level is crazy to that. So some of you that also could be, if I'm explaining that, some of you that also could be a huge change that's coming up for you, where that you're going to be making some changes here. Let's see. And I am sitting on the edge of my bed, so this is why the table is rocking. But like I said, I'm going to push it up against the wall to give it some type of grounding. So y'all just have to bear with me for this reading, okay? We got the number 5 here, conflict and defeat. Somebody is also, their perception is changing. Like, I'm not finna let past situation and instances keep this defeat over me. Or if I'm in some type of conflict, I have the vision that I see myself defeating this. And this also could be how they will start to view you if this is about relationship, that they have a sense of anxiety about it, about moving forward. Because they also could be in some type of trouble. Could be physical trouble, such as business, law. But it also could be financial. Okay? They also, or somebody here could still have some old relationship issues that they need to get over, okay, or get through those conflicts. But at least the 5 of Swords here came out in reverse, which is good. Now, if this is not about anybody else, you have the spiritual strength here. You see how I was just talking about the vision, the prophets, the ancestral. I'm not quite sure if the ruins go back to Aztec or Mayan energy. I'll have to look into that. But your spiritual strength is also, and you see the number 9, and like I said, Gemini and Sag is 7th house of a partnership. Okay. Look at there, the Fool card, new beginnings. And let's not forget about Jupiter returns, the benefits. Okay. So, in this particular card, as the new beginning, she is holding the Ace of Wands. Ready to start anew, coming out of conflict, defeat, whether it's financial, materially, resourcefully, if it's dealing with your sense of stability, such as housing, car, things like that, job, career, issues on your job, issues about relationships or old exes. This also could be dating somebody new, your perception of them, you know. Are you ready? Are you choosing? With Jupiter moving into 3rd house of Gemini, like I said, are you finally having the courage to finally make a decision and to move forward? 8 of Wands. Because you could have been back and forth with your perception, having anxiety. Should I do this? Should I, or should I not? It could have been, a little trouble between the both of you. It could have been about conversation. It could have been about non-action. Because everything leads up to the 8 of Wands, from the 1 to the 7. So it could have been somebody was blocking you, being very overprotective. So could you, you know, being very defensive, acting very defensive, or for some of you, not defending the relationship. But let's not forget, it does says about, and there go Libra. It does says reconsider and remember, okay? Now is not the time to. I feel that now is not the time to, but I feel that that's going to change because this came out. Spiritual strength for the new start. Don't have to be about relationships. It could just be moving you on to your new set of benefits. Because everything that we do, everything that we accomplish, it pushes us into gaining or reaping the rewards and the benefits from the effort that we have already done towards something. Okay, so if you're going to college and you went to all your classes, you passing your classes, everything, the benefits is that you graduate and you get your certification, your degree, right? That's Jupiter. That's the benefits. You did the work, and so now you will reap the benefit. What is this? See there, reaping the benefits. Got a reward or necklace around their neck, recognition and reward. Just said that. And I feel that that is like the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Somebody here, not, it could be in the next 8 days. Could be also the next 2 months. So that will be up until this time in July for some of you. Because somebody still may have some trouble or going through some trouble or having trouble in their perception of something or somebody before they're ready to move forward. Now, I'm not saying that this still can't happen, but changing a person's perception takes time. Because why? People are fixed in their ways, and they're fixed in their mind, in the way that they think. And it's very hard to change people's perceptions overnight. Like, again, this could be cultural, this could be a heritage thing, this could be a way of life. This could be a religion thing. It's so many different characteristics that this could be. Okay? And somebody's actual trouble don't have to be bad, but it could just be some conflict that they need to finish up. You know, it could be a bill, or somebody won't leave your person alone. You see what I'm saying? And but I do feel with the Five of Swords there in reverse, that soon is going to be over too. That conflict is about to be over, because if your person did have somebody before they met you, they're thinking very hard in changing their perception of how they see that other person, because they are coming out of that conflict. They are no longer will be so sensitive about that situation anymore, because that Jupiter returning to whatever house that your person as a sun sign, moon, rising, or ascendant is, they're going to see the benefits of the card right here smack in the middle, the Fool card. And the Fool card does take spiritual strength, because you have to have faith. You have to have faith. You have to have a strong perception as vision to feel that, okay, well, this is new and different. This person is new and different. This is new and different in my life. This is new and different to try. I'm praying more, or I'm meditating more, whatever your religious denomination is, and I want to have like blind faith to move forward with this, because you're not going to know how things are going to turn out. We do not know our future per se. So being a Fool card is like, hey, I'm ready for a reset. Or it's actually time for a reset. Yep, see there, wisdom. Wisdom in reverse. Bottom of the deck is like the Solitude. I'm not quite sure if this is the Hangman in this deck or like the Hermit. But coming out of Solitude, especially if you have not been in a relationship in a very long time. For some of you, this also can lead to marriage, commitment, and still, it's nothing wrong with gaining a good friend. Where that you friends turn into lovers and then you just end up staying together and you just ride out. You don't have to put no title on everything all the time. You know, this was I feel a lot of stuff personally start to get messed up. People love titles. They love titles. I want to be the boss. Call me the boss. Call me the manager. Call me the supervisor. Okay, boo boo, it's just a title. Okay, you can serve me, but not right now, Pooh. I don't know how that got activated. So I guess your person is about to get activated because my AI activated. That never happened before. So somebody here is being activated, ready to serve. And then we get the Chariot to come out. You can't get no better than that. A Eight of Wands and the Chariot. Somebody about to buy a car. Somebody about to be back riding again. So one of their conflicts could be that their car was messed up, got in a wreck, broke down. Mm-hmm. But somebody's about to be traveling towards you. Eight of Wands and Chariot. You traveling towards somebody. Also can be vacation. May not be right now because it still could be some stuff that you need to handle. But it can be in the month of July that you will be able to take a little break or have some type of um, getaway. Don't have to be long. It can be 3 days, 2.5 days. But the Chariot is moving forward. Let's do this. Let's go. And this is also an Emperor. Emperor energy. I feel that whatever this is, somebody has the wisdom to drive this chariot. Okay. Remember, I always teach you that the chariot, the Merkaba, follows the star. The star is the Aquarius card, right? The Merkaba is also the chariot that carries us in certain religious denominations. In theory, kings, emperors, queens, to their afterlife. Okay? It is the ascension energy. I, well, yeah, it can be both. But I don't see a passing here. Okay? An ascending that type of way. But I see the ascension of the Jupiter energy. Remember that Jupiter is husband. It is also a leader energy. Let me hurry up. All right. Some of you could be, let me call out the signs real quick. Since we got K2 over here, some of you could be a Virgo. You could be a Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius, Leo, Sag, Gemini, um, Pisces, Libra. Did I say Aries? Virgo, Taurus. Darn it, the card hit the floor. Now, since we was reading on the floor, I ain't have to worry about that. Hey, was that Miss Linda? Now we got to go back. If the card hit the floor, we can't read it. So it was the Knight of Swords. Since we was already sitting on the floor, we ain't have to worry about if the card fell. So somebody's gonna start. Oh, somebody's gonna stop being a knight and turn into the Chariot, because the wisdom, the recognition, and reward is the return, is the benefit of the return of Jupiter in the rooms in this time period, okay, to accelerate this person, also to accelerate you for growth, expansion, um, courage, a new start, new beginning. See there, yeah, there was Miss Linda. Hey, so we got the Hangman in reverse. No more delays. The wisdom here will be obtained. Now I was finna turn the wisdom card in the upright, but I'm not. But it shows here because we know, you watch enough readings that the hangman is hanging upside down in order to change their perspective and perception. Okay, that's why it is glowing. That is why the halo is here. The sun energy for enlightenment, the aha moments, the change of perception and perspective. I gotta get this clear. Now, the hangman also is about some, they're in that particular conflict because they were accused or was actually a traitor. I don't know. You know, are they falsely being, was they falsely being accused as a traitor? Or were, were they innocent or were they really guilty? That's your perception to figure out. Okay? But it is coming in reverse. So again, the spiritual strength is or will be gained here. The wisdom will be also obtained. And this is going to turn into the chariot energy. Now, this doesn't have to be about somebody else that you're thinking about. This can be totally you. A change in your perception and your perspective. You're about to accelerate. You're about to move forward and have a restart. Okay? Now, if you're sitting around waiting on recognition and reward, don't wait too long because we rarely get that when it is due to us. So this could be like a conversation that is not had or done yet. Certain words that are not said or spoken. This also could be somebody telling somebody no. Now, the Ace of Swords is the only card that I teach y'all that can cut the hangman down, which is some conversation has not been done yet. And for some of you, that conversation has been had. And because it's been done, it's been spoken, the accelerated motion is that both of y'all are about to either go separate ways or come together. Now, the Ace of Swords is in reverse, so something here is a no. After you thought about it, Gemini, I think your perception, your perspective, you're saying no. Maybe you think this person is or was a traitor, or a sense of betrayal to you, or about a situation, something about your money. Some of you had a vision about this. Some of you didn't get recognized or get some type of reward or benefit from this. Could have been hanging around these people, hanging around this person. Unfortunately, somebody card may not be ready yet, but the person could be lying, especially if they fixing your car. They could just be taking your money. So be careful on that. It's like the Queen of Pentacles. I was going to say the Queen of Swords. So some of you may cut something out or off due to your wisdom. Okay? And after you really thought about it. But anyway, the Queen of Pentacles is here. It's kind of like the Queen of Pentacles is saying, I have to say no and move forward because I thought about this and this may not work. And the Queen of Pentacles also can be saying that this is not enough for me. Now, you could be telling yourself this on things that you have been thinking on, that everything that you have went through, your accomplished, your defeats, your conflicts, you could be like, I'm ready to move myself forward. I'm ready to do some new things. Division, Aquarius energy. I want something new. I want something different. It can be a new area, a new place, a new car, a vacation, talking to somebody new, okay, getting to know somebody new. And it's like, okay, I'm looking for a partner also. But let me see what this is. Because I'm getting, I read for everybody. Somebody here is saying, as a Queen of Pentacles, this is a no, because I don't see the growth or the potential or the benefit enough to continue this. Okay? Ooh, vibrant, abundant life, happy, comfort. Yeah, because the Queen of Pentacles is very comfortable. She don't have to move. Okay, you've built your life, you built your level of stability, whatever that is. You live within your means, you budget, you conserve, you save. Mother energy here. You're stable. You're true to your stability. And you enjoy your leisure, you know. And I feel with the ladybug, which is good luck also, right? Well, that's what they say. But yeah, I do believe that. The Queen of Pentacles can be like, will I be comfortable with this situation where I'm going with the Chariot? Looking also for a comfortable car. So maybe you ain't found what you're looking for if this is about transportation. For some of you, it may also be a no on your first application. So you may have to um, find another company, okay, to do another application. But anyway, some of you could be as Queen of Pentacles too. I'm getting a lot of messages, so just bear with me real quick. Queen of Pentacles is also saying, is this my wish coming true? Because no, Ace of Swords in reverse. I don't believe it. I don't see it, but it's happening very quickly to me. And I'm also getting the vision and epiphanies to move forward with this. But the Queen of Pentacles start to remember, but all at the same time have a sense of reconsideration. Because if this hangman is the other person, then it was a delay. And because of that delay, it made the Queen of Pentacles feel uncomfortable. So there go the lack of courage and strength. And the Queen of Pentacles is also saying, I don't want to have the time to... Remember the two dogs that came out last night? I don't want to have the time to train or to tame this person or this situation. So some of you Queen of Pentacles, it's like, I want something that is a little bit more wiser. Somebody that also may have a lot more rewards or recognition or accomplishments. You also could be working on accomplishments yourself that is about to transfer you or move you very quickly into your next escapade or genre or certification or doctorate or whatever the case may be, especially if you're leaving college. I know it's a lot of graduation and things like that that is coming up in the next 1 to 3 months. So this could be, you know, some people that are graduating. And it has been a very exhausted ride with the Strength card in reverse. Some of you, you're just saying also, I don't have the courage. I don't have the strength to be a partner, Queen of Pentacles. That's what you're thinking. But a reverse hangman is saying, yes, you do, with the Fool card here. So maybe you haven't got to the wiser that you are ready. Because even your Solitude card is in reverse. Now, I'm not saying that this is right this moment. I feel that Jupiter does, look at that. I feel that Jupiter does need to move first and get kind of worked up, because Jupiter will be there. Where's my paper at? It will be in, I think it will be in Gemini until November. So that is a while. Okay? Because it's supposed to go retrograde um, November the 12th all the way into spring of 2026. So I think it may be there for a while, because it's been in Taurus for a while already since last year, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, we'll do another one. Let me go ahead and clarify this. Why is the Queen of Pentacles, not Queen of Pentacles, time, Kala, Saturn, the Strength, and the Upright? It ain't even letting me ask no questions. Look at that, Crossroads. It didn't even give me a chance. Could I ask? I guess it don't want me to ask. It's going to tell me. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles is worried about longevity. Looking for something as a lifetime type of energy, because she does sit on that stone throne. Okay, and Queen of Pentacles is about the test of time when it comes to stability, resources, family, making things work. Okay. For some of you, the Queen of Pentacles could also be like, too much time has passed by. That could have been the how you viewed this perception as a trader, the person as a trader. They let too much time go by. And it causes the Queen of Pentacles to think too long and too hard about, is this worth my time? Now we got the Strength card in the upright, but this one is in reverse up under here. The Queen of Pentacles is also looking for something monogamous. Okay? Because the Queen of Pentacles also can be very generous. And it has to be worth the reward, benefit, and effort, because the Six of Wands came in reverse. Now, just reading these cards very quickly, I feel that a lot of you, if you see yourself as this reading, you've been very hospitable. Like, you made this person feel very comfortable. Maybe they've been to your home, maybe they're not, maybe you've been over theirs. But this person also sees you as this Queen of Pentacles. They see you as a one-on-one person that will stay in a committed relationship. They see you very like you made them very comfortable. Like you said, you want something to drink, you want something to eat, did that. You know, also like that wifey or motherly energy. You're very warm, creative, and caring. But you also have this side of you that you're very authoritative. And I don't think that this person has seen this side of you yet. But you are very open and very determined. I don't think a lot of people say that about the Queen of Pentacles. But you have to have a lot of determination to keep everything going stable and keep that sense of hospitality as an energy. Okay. It's a crossroads here. Because Whether you're the emperor or your person is the queen of pentacles or vice versa. It's a crossroads. Because the journey needs to start. It needs to happen. Whether you're going along on by yourself to meet this emperor or you're an emperor about to meet your queen of pentacles, the journey needs to start. And your crossroads is that it's time for you to understand you have the spiritual strength to move forward. The chariot is here. The chariot does not have a reverse on it. It's not like a regular vehicle. When the Merkabah moves, it follows the star. It follows the vision, your dreams. It also follows your actual journey. You understand? A lot of people don't see or read the chariot like that. But the chariot don't go in reverse. It don't parallel park. It don't do none of that. When it comes to ascend you to your benefits, it's time for it's time for you to accumulate this strength and to move forward. This is also why a lot of people miss the benefits of Jupiter, because they are not willing um to decide. What did I tell you that the third house of Gemini is? It's about having the courage and the strength to finally make a decision and to do it. Whether it's about business, whether it's about moving, dating, getting married, having a child, whatever it is. Okay, now this is also your person. It's time for them to decide, because if they don't, they will be left behind as the chariot too. And this is why it could be the Queen of Pentacles has already had the vision that this person ain't gonna do nothing. So the Queen of Pentacles, you can be like, I already don't had the vision that this is not worth my time. And then you got the sun again. Ooh, the sun is going bright. So like I said, the sun moving into Taurus on May the 15th. The Vedic Sidereal Jasti, not tropical or Western astronomy or astrology. It will finally leave the Emperor, Aries energy, and move to Taurus, Queen of Pentacles. Like I said in the beginning of the read, things will get more grounded, more serious, more stable. Um, Also, we've been seeing a lot of the resources and different cards like that to come out. So it will be a time to buckle down on your money and save. Okay. Be very practical with your spending. Um, Use more cash than credit if you can. But it's a yes. The power. Something being fulfilled. Also, the pride of the emperor. The pride of the emperor will now leave, because the sun will leave the Mars energy, first house of Aries. And then it will be a leap of faith. Do you see that? Oh, my readings show up real good on TV. So this is what I was saying. Now, if you see it says, don't worry, there will not be an anxiety. Remember and reconsider. Somebody also could have a birth of a son or a daughter, because you got the birth of a daughter here, the birth of a son. So for some of you, this can be about marriage, having a child, building a family if you're wanting or can have children. This also could be something that the emperor is looking for when you meet this person. It also can be a blending of two families. Maybe they got kids and maybe some of you don't, or your children may be older. Uh, but the Six of Wands in reverse is also a player hasn't been getting the type of acknowledgement that it's used to been getting. Okay. And they could be like, hey, you know what? I'm turning into an emperor. I'm getting older. It's time for me to settle down. They may actually do want a child. This also could be somebody possibly saying that they are pregnant, that or 8 weeks. Whether you've been dating this person, maybe you don't know it, and this person will have to decide this as a crossroads to be in your life as an emperor, as a father, and potentially for some of you become a husband. If that's not, and you just met this person, they they may have or be announced that they are a father. And this also can be the chariot of why this person may actually make this, decide this, because of multiple choice. Oh, the female just hit the floor. Now, I'm not finna keep picking these cards up because I'm not used to this no more. Okay. Now, for some of you, the female may be gone. We can't read it. Or if the female left, if this is not you and the other person had somebody else, she may have left, but now she may be back to say that she's pregnant. Could have been luck, if there's something that this emperor really wanted, because the sun is here. So that is growth, expansion, father. There go that darn night energy again. Like I said, a message, a conversation is coming. Movement is coming. You got news coming. Traveling. Somebody may want to visit you. I'm not saying that this can't be an ex. Okay. But this person may want to communicate to you and say, hey, I'm a father. You want to tell me congratulations? You may be like, so what? That's rude. But if that's your ex, be like, what you calling or texting me for? I thought I had you blocked. 6 of Wands in reverse. Because you were a traitor. Right? Because obviously if this person got pregnant, that means that they most likely was dealing with this person while they was dealing with you. Now, this also can be grandchildren for some of you, a niece and a nephew. Your brother could say, hey, sis, I'm a father, you know. Now, I feel that you're about to go into a very radiant type of energy where success is about to be blessed upon you, and it could be very quickly. Some of you, it could be a raise, a bonus, a title like shift manager, leader, some type of new role. This also could be your person because they have been working for this recognition, or they may be deciding to leave the emperor because they have not been being recognized where they're at, and they're ready to go. And they're like, so what? It's time for me to move on. But somebody is moving on. I don't know how to keep trying to explain it to you or whatever. And when they decide this, it's going to benefit them. It's going to bring them so many blessings. Empath. Same thing I was talking about in the beginning. Sensitivity here, right? You feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. So some of you can be empathetic and be like, okay, well, I met you, but you was already dealing with somebody, and now you got a child on the way. So Ace of Swords in reverse, I'll just move on because I'm a Queen of Pentacles. Um, and it was time anyway. Whatever this is, it's time for it to come out. But you know what? This person still wants you to have a leap of faith with them. So even though they got this child on the way, I don't know how y'all feel about that. I don't think they want to be with this person, which sucks. Why make a child with somebody you're not going to stay with them? Unless the other person was trapping this emperor. Which I mean, because that emperor person could be very successful. No satisfaction. Not letting the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others are no longer defining who you are. So somebody is not satisfied with either too much empathy or not enough empathy. Friendliness, you are able to recognize traits in common with another person in order to forge love-based connections. So is somebody not being as friendly or empathetic as you want them to be and you're not satisfied? Or is this person feeling like this for you as their perception? And maybe this is something that they either want to come toward or move away from. Oop, the last two, and we got still holding on with them darn fish. So it is a baby somewhere. I don't know who it is. You may know. Well, you gonna find out. But it's a baby somewhere. Um, no freedom and no expression. You are not releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through loving energy of openness. So some of you are not being very open-minded, empathetic, satisfied, but you're being friendly. I don't know what y'all doing or what this is. Maybe you don't have the courage, or maybe your own thought or perception of somebody and something specifically here is causing you to stay very closed off. If that's the case, then just move on. Okay? You are not ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love. And this could be what you are coming across as acting like. Because with the journey card here, you could be indecisive. One minute you acting like you want something, then the next minute you don't. Let's get these little timing card, and I thank y'all so much for tuning in. I mean, if this resonates for you, it resonates. But being friendly and empathetic, or having empathy, is the qualities of an empress for an emperor. Okay, so before July, so I just been talking about May and June. All right, so this is gonna come together anyway by, or be decided, this crossroads before July. Then you got September. Oh shoot. We got that could be somebody's birthday. November, that could be somebody's birthday, but it fell on the floor. But I just told you Jupiter is going retrograde in November. Okay. No patience. So January could be somebody's birthday. Also could be Saturn energy. I'm gonna get tired of picking up these cards. Look at there. 6 months pregnant. Or 6 months from now. I told y'all somebody pregnant here. 6, 7, 8, 9. And I did tell y'all somebody's probably 2 months pregnant. So somebody is about 2 going on 3 months pregnant. January, February, March, April. So this could have happened. I don't know if you met this person. This could have happened between the end of January, around in February. You also could be due in the next 6 months from now. Or this person. Or 6 months from now, if you decide to move on from this person will have a child on the way 6 months from now. And this is why it could be saying be happy or empathetic, caring, that's a good look and that's a good thing for that person. Because that's their journey. That's their life, you know. If it didn't work out for y'all, then it was their journey to have a child or whatever with somebody else. That's their path. And maybe you had a vision about that already. So we got fall and next year. And then we got no divine timing at play. So some of y'all can meet somebody new coming into the fall, um, or between now and June, and it becomes more serious in the fall. And this is more for you that's going toward into the year of 2026. And this also could be like some of you can finally decide to, not decide to, but finally start to receive and see a lot of your benefits from your hard work as a Queen of Pentacles. Okay? Everything that you had to endure, the conflicts, the defeats, the amounts of bills, saving money, going through this, going through that, the different levels of sensitivities. Um, this also something here is very nostalgic that you are remembering. Okay? Maybe this is something that is happening now that happened to you before in an older relationship. Okay? See, the woman came back again. She was a different race in the other card that hit the floor. Yeah, taking a closer look at something. Research documents. I don't know how this plays into your life, but get more information. Ask this person, do they got somebody pregnant? Do they know do they got somebody pregnant? Get clarity. I mean, you don't have to do no research about it. Go in Blue's Clues, but or Dora, but you know. So if this is about a home or researching for a car, continue to get more information. Some of you also could be looking for documents, but examine the fine print, especially if you are getting a work done, signing any contracts with the Emperor here. Examine the fine print in the conversation that you're having with somebody literally, and find out or get the important details, because this person also could be leaving out a lot of important details of why they're not letting you go. It's because that they do see you as a Queen of Pentacles or Emperor, and they know that that is a good thing. But at some point, they know they have to give clarity, though. But we're going to, let me close it out with the door. Maybe we'll get something happy. Examine this, you know, to see if this person still got a woman or a man around them. But if not, and some of you could be the one that end up pregnant, you may need to go get checked out. Okay? Also, this person may be married as an Emperor or a Queen of Pentacles. You could do research for that. If they're not international, you could do research for that in court records online. Okay, to see if they're married. Is continue to examine the fine print. You know, fine print is stuff that people don't look at. And that's what you need to look at. It's the unseen, the unsaid. Alright? Because that is where the important details lie at. I don't know, documents. You may be remembering some old documents that you probably were looking for. If this is this person, they are, it's like they need a little bit more time to gather or to get more information about you, about who you are and what you want, because you're such a vision. You're so different. And it's like they keep trying to examine the fine print on you, okay, about you. But you know, if they're not from here or whatever, they can't really do no research about you. Especially if they moved here from another country or another state or something like that. It's kind of like, how can they find anything out about you if y'all don't have mutual friends? They don't know your family, and stuff like that, and vice versa. But I do see some type of pregnancy here. Got the sun again. Sunset time here turns to release and unfurl. Old cords of pain fade. What they say? As the as the sunlight burns. So the sun is about to highlight something here. This also could be around Cancer time, June going into July, but it's definitely going to be before fall. And the sun is about to switch, like I said, from Aries to Taurus. So the sun has a lot of emphasis on this situation, which is the sun is here twice. So something is a yes. Whether it's a yes that they're a father, got another baby on the way, yes that they want marriage and or relationship, yes they want to be together, yes they want this success, yes they will have a lot more vigor or excitement for this to move forward. Something also about the daytime. I don't know if you're going to see this person in the daytime. They're about to make a move or transition to change from night to days. This also could be you. Maybe they see this person or be around this person in the daytime, but they talk to you at night. Child, I don't know what this is, but we're going to leave it here. Remember, you always can come back and look at this reading, look at the cards, especially during the time that you may not understand what this is. And I feel because the sun needs to shift. And when the sun shifts, you'll get the information. Okay? Like I said, somebody may not be free and they may not be really expressing this. And they're dissatisfied about this, but they're still remaining very friendly with you because they don't want to lose you. This also could be vice versa. They do want to come and see you or will be coming to see you within the next couple of days. So you will also have some type of visitor, whether it's friend, family, or you're going to on travel and going to see somebody. They could keep telling you, you know, don't worry, they got this handled, the emperor, because they have already made their choice, the crossroads. And it's causing them to have a lot of strength and character to finally decide to do this because of this multiple choice. Some of you, this person may want to be with you, but you can't have kids. And this is something that they want. Because maybe they don't have any children at all. And if you can't have kids, this is a huge choice for this person to become an emperor or marry you or be in a relationship as longevity. So they're really weighing the options right now. Okay? But so many different storylines. Thank you for putting up with my little table today. We're going to try and get her more stable and together. Don't forget, you have the spiritual strength. Okay? Regardless of whatever this is, how it's going. But something is about to be accelerated, such as news, information, clarity, a visitor, within the next 8 days, probably sooner than 8. Okay, but there is a transformation or something coming to the surface. Something is being highlighted. Something is or will be exposed. So get ready for it because the news is coming to you. Thank y'all so much. Don't forget to order my calendar. This is the journal. I have the link to it in my description area and also my about page. It is a calendar journal where you can write down manifestations, your feelings, your emotions, your goal tracker, I got a business insert in there. I got things to inspire you to start yoga. If you haven't gotten it already, I did go down in the price. On Amazon is where you can find it. So you have a budget planner, a monthly budget, and it's got all of the months in here. Speaking of fall, plenty of pages for you to write in. You also got an insert for your vision board. But yeah, check it out. I haven't put clips of it or video yet on Amazon. I'm gonna do that very soon. But make sure you go and check it out. And let me know if you do get it and how it helped you. And yes, this is your journal calendar for 2025. This is an author's edit version, so you will not have this on the front of yours. This is my copy as they sent me as editing, as proof of print. But like I said, you can find it on Amazon. You also can type it in on Amazon, Vesta Angels Enterprises. And I will be the third entry down. It's not a lot of things up under Vesta, but some necklaces or something like that. So I am the only Vesta Angels Enterprises. And let me know how you use it. I will make another version for the year of 2026 and other different type of journal and calendar books that will be coming up. So those are going to be my project. But thank you for the people who have already purchased it. And I will see y'all in tomorrow's reading.